Now, look, I've got a question for you. Yes, you out there. Are you a sports fan, right? You've been a sports fan for quite some time, I'm sure. And over the years, you might have collected a little bit of sports memorabilia. Maybe you've got, I don't know, a couple of All Blacks jerseys signed and they're up in the pool room or something like that. You've got a collection of Warriors jerseys taking up space in your wardrobe at home. Maybe you've got a cricket bat full of Black Cap signatures. Well, whatever you've got in your possession, it pales into insignificance when you see what George Berry uncovered recently. And George joins us now from Christchurch. George, could you tell us, what exactly did you see?
Well, guys, I saw just this behind me. This is a mammoth collection that's been worked over 20 years by one man and one man only. His name is Adrian Hocking. It spans across 38 metres here in Smith's Auctions here in Christchurch, but it's going under the hammer soon. And I think one word to describe Adrian is determined. It's a Kiwi and global sporting fan's dream. Adrian Hocking's colourful collection covering the sporting spectrum to a T.
So I started off as a wee kid collecting the Weet-Bix cards, and it's sort of turned into balls and jerseys and bats, and as you can see behind us, yeah.
Hocking's collection expands further than one could even imagine. And just how many items are there, you might ask?
We think there's just over 1,000. There's at least 150 jerseys, rugby jerseys, and every jersey is signed by the whole team.
From books to cricket bats to programs from historic games and even iconic and extremely rare pieces.
It's just over here we've got is a 1921 South Africa-New Zealand test film.
But after 20 years, Hocking is calling time on adding anything more to his collection and putting every item up for sale.
The collection is quite big. I literally don't have a house. I don't think anyone has have a house big enough. I've got a lot of memories from each of the pieces, so it's time to pass those memories on to other people.
It certainly won't just be the people in New Zealand showing keen interest. Items on the shelves and clothes racks catering to buyers from across the globe.
People from Australia, people from the UK, South Africa as well as New Zealand will be bidding on these, and that's the great thing about it. There's some very key and really nice pieces in there.
Adrian's passion and determination to build this collection from the ground up is hard to miss.
Every time a team came to town, I'd go and meet them at the airport or go to the hotel and get a ball signed, and then obviously as you progress I got into jerseys.
That commitment now paying dividends. Auction manager Simon Hunter expecting upwards of 1,000 people in-house come auction day.
I didn't actually think how big it was, but when I've seen it now laid out, it's actually mind-boggling.
Arguably it probably is the biggest range of sporting memorabilia in Australasia, and it's certainly in my living memory the largest that I am aware of that's gone up for auction or for sale as well.
Statements like that are sure to get people flooding through the doors, eyeing up pieces of history that'll only get better with age. Well, guys, as you could hear and as you could see, there was a lot of absolute gems in this collection, but I've got one for you. This is my pick of the bunch. This is a Brave Blossoms jersey from the 1995 World Cup, and it's actually a props jersey, believe it or not. I don't think it's even going to fit me, but this is my pick of the bunch, and there's a lot here on auction, as you can see. It's going up online, and it's going to be a physical auction here, of course, as well, on November the 9th. Things will go from $5 to, upwards of 4 figures. So, mark it in your calendars. Sam, I hear you're a bit of a fan of this jersey. You might want to mark it on your calendar, mate. Put it online.
Be too
Who knows,
baggy
but
for him,
it's going to be a
George.
good one, guys.
Awesome. George Berry out of Christchurch. Thank you so much for your time, mate. What an amazing story that is, Kate.
Yeah,
All that memorabilia.
Yeah, the amount of effort that must have gone into that. As he says, going to meet the teams, getting all of those signatures. It's time-consuming.
I thought my mum was a hoarder. Like we moved her out of her house about 4 or 5 years ago, and she's coming up with like, oh, Goran, do you still want your woodwork plane that you worked on in Form 2? And I'm like, I can't believe you still got that. That is next level.
It's special.